Hi, I'm Lark with the Madison Library District, and today we're going to be doing our second craft for September for Teen Crafts. Today we're making a hanging notepad, and it should be a ton of fun, so let's get started. Okay, so we've given you 2 ribbons, a piece of paper, these little popsicle sticks, a thread, you should also have a binder clip, and one of these metal pieces. We have also given you a roll of receipt paper. Oh, and a piece of wood with some holes drilled into it. What you will want to grab for yourself is some scissors and something that can spread glue around. So I have one of those foam paintbrushes, and I'm just using a little bit of Elmer's glue. So, and that's all we need. So let's get started. So the receipt paper, you might find, is too bulky of a thing to fit onto your notepad, and so that's why we've given you popsicle sticks, is so that you can take some of this paper off and use it as kind of a refill, or to use what you take off as a part of your notepad, or you can try with the big one. Okay, so first off, I want to put this paper on my thing, and so I'm actually going to just put some glue down. So go like this. Okay, so I put a layer down, and then I'm just going to put the paper directly on top of it. And then I'm going to put the glue on top of it, of the paper. And that gives it kind of a fun coating of, to just make it more resistant to things, and makes it last longer. Okay. While that dries, I'm going to actually take some of my this big huge receipt paper and roll it onto my popsicle sticks, because I still think that this is just a little bit too big. So what I'm doing with the popsicle sticks is I'm actually wrapping it around a little bit between the two so that it holds more in place, and then I'm just going to roll some of this off. And then when I feel like I've rolled enough of it off, I'm just going to cut it. And for the craft, I could use this part for my hanging notepad, but it's a little bit more flimsy than what I would probably like. So I am going to now use this part for it. Okay, and then, so we have pre-drilled a couple holes in here. So there's one smaller hole, or one set of holes that are closer together, I guess, and then a set of holes that are farther apart. And I'm going to take this metal piece and kind of re-poke some holes, because the paper kind of covered it up. If you want, before you start, you can use like a hole punch, and that might make it look nicer. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the small set of holes. Okay, so with this metal piece, you're going to put them in the wider set apart holes. And then you'll just kind of fold it over the edge. I wouldn't fold it quite yet because you want the paper in there. So that's there. And then with the ribbon, you're going to take the ribbon like this. This is to hold a pen. These ribbons are to hold a pen in, and so I find it easier to twist both ends like this as I have formed a loop, and then I will thread these through. So once it's through, I have a pre-made loop, and then I'm gonna grab a pen, and then I'm gonna put the pen through here to hold the space of the pen and pull the ribbon in a little bit tighter, and then I'll flip it over and I'm going to tie this into a knot. Okay, so there's that. And you can choose if you want one ribbon to hold the pen or if you want the second ribbon to also hold the pen. So we have a spot to put 2 ribbons. But it's up to you. If you want to just leave it as a 1 ribbon to hold the pen, that's totally fine. Okay, now the trickiest part is the receipt paper part. So I want to put mine here, and I want the paper as flat against this as possible. So I like the receipt roll to be this way versus this way. And then as I put this here, I'm going to kind of thread the paper through the little metal clip, and then I'm going to push the metal clip closer down and fold these over to kind of seal it into place. You want it close but not right up against, because you want to be able to slide your paper through. And then you're going to take this thread and you're going to run it through the spool here. And once it's in place, you're going to take that thread and you're going to wrap it around the board. And I like to go through a second time. So we want to pull this through around the board, and then you're going to want to tie it in the back. And you might need a second person to do like a double knot and really secure it. But I only have myself here, so it's as tight as it's going to be. And then you take this binder clip and you put this over top of the thread here, and this will also kind of keep your thread in place as well as give you something to hang it up with. And so now I have a hanging notepad where I can write messages, and then I can pull it and hold it and then rip it off. So just kind of a fun little craft. Might be fun to hang up in your locker, or in your room. And here is our hanging notepad. Alright everyone, thanks so much for joining us today for our second September teen craft. I'm really happy with how mine turned out, and I hope you guys had fun doing this. Join us next month, and we'll be doing some fun Halloween kind of related crafts. So we have a really fun push pin and pumpkin craft coming up, as well as a fun skull craft to look forward to in October. So we hope to see you next time, and have a great rest of your day.